Hello everyone, welcome to Ethionews, your go-to spot for the latest and most important news from Ethiopia. Whether it's breaking headlines or updates on current events, we've got you covered. Prime Minister Abiy addresses healthcare workers' salary concerns. This is News in Ethiopia, bringing you the latest from government and health sectors. During a nationwide dialogue with striking healthcare professionals, Prime Minister Dr. Abiy Ahmed spoke candidly about the ongoing salary-related concerns in the medical sector. The Prime Minister affirmed the honor and importance of the medical profession, saying, "I don't believe there is anyone in Ethiopia who would wonder why legitimate healthcare professionals are raising salary-related concerns." He emphasized that both the government and society must recognize and support the vital contributions of healthcare workers. Warning, however, Dr. Abiy cautioned that while these demands are legitimate, if presented improperly, they may fail to achieve the intended outcomes. "I don't think there is a person in Ethiopia who would question why doctors are raising demands about salaries," he added. He stressed the need for a healthy and strategic approach, warning that without it, attempts to solve healthcare challenges risk worsening the situation rather than providing lasting solutions. Addressing specific concerns such as salary, benefits, and housing, the Prime Minister noted, these are rightful demands of professionals. But the responsibility for solving them has shifted away from the professionals themselves. He explained that the issue has been hijacked by individuals unfamiliar with the realities of healthcare, some offering only basic services and others pursuing personal political agendas. When those unfamiliar with the legitimate demands of dedicated doctors use those demands to push their own agendas, the true goal gets lost, he said. Dr. Abiy urged the public to view the situation through three perspectives: the genuine doctors raising concerns with integrity, politically targeted groups caught up in manipulation, fake doctors exploiting the situation to serve political interests. Warning regarding the last group, he warned that their misuse discredits the honored medical profession, and called for clear distinction and responsible action by all healthcare workers. He urged demands to be raised with reason and clarity, not emotion, acknowledging that the process may take time but progress will be made. The Prime Minister also paid tribute to doctors who sacrifice their lives for others. There are doctors in Ethiopia who pay the ultimate price to save lives. He proposed that not only should their demands be met, but statues should be erected in their honor. Finally, Dr. Abiy reassured that the government is seriously working to address healthcare professionals' demands. Tigray President urges commitment to peace on Martyrs' Day. This is News in Ethiopia. Here's your top story for Sena 15, 2017 EC, June 22, 2025. The President of the Tigray Interim Administration, Lieutenant General Tadesse Wareed, has called on the international community to understand that Tigray is committed to peace, not war. Speaking at the 37th Martyrs' Day commemoration held at the Martyrs Monument in Mekelle, the President declared, "The international community should understand that any option outside of political and peaceful struggle is something we are forced into, not something we choose." He continued by reaffirming the region's commitment to peace. "The people of Tigray choose peace, not war. It should be understood that war is something we are driven into, not something we willingly engage in." President Tadesse also stressed the importance of honoring the martyrs beyond symbolic acts. The martyrs of the struggle should not be remembered just once a year. Instead, the people must ensure the goals they sacrificed for are realized, by becoming beneficiaries in all sectors, so that the martyrs live on through action. Addressing challenges in the peace process, he added, "The incomplete implementation of the Pretoria Peace Agreement is due to the federal government's lack of commitment, as well as internal disagreements among Tigrayan political forces." During the ceremony, wreaths were laid in tribute by President Tadesse Wareed, TPLF chairperson Dr. Debretsion Gebrselassie, families of the martyrs, and members of the community. Dire Dawa Muslims perform Istisqa prayer amid rain shortage. You're listening to News in Ethiopia. Here's today's spiritual and social update from Dire Dawa. In response to a growing shortage of rainfall, thousands of Muslims gathered in Dire Dawa city this morning to perform the Istisqa prayer, a special prayer for rain in Islam. The prayer was held at the Eid prayer ground on Sena 15, 2017 EC, June 22, 2025, and was organized by the High Council of Islamic Affairs of Dire Dawa city. Addressing the congregation, Sheikh Ibrahim Imam, head of the Mosque and Awqaf Division, delivered a message of hope and unity. Though we are being tested by natural challenges, our united faith and prayer to Allah will bring us a solution. He emphasized the deeper meaning of the prayer. Istisqa prayer holds great spiritual significance in Islam. This prayer is not only about asking for rain, but also about strengthening our community's faith, hope, and unity. Sheikh Ibrahim also urged the Muslim community to participate more actively in such spiritual and communal efforts. The prayer began at 6 a.m. and was attended by a large crowd including Dire Dawa City Mayor Diri Johar, religious leaders, and thousands of faithful worshippers. This report was brought to you by Dire Television. Simret Party urges federal action against TPLF political activities. This is news in Ethiopia, bringing you the latest headlines from across the country. The Democratic Choice for Tigray, Simret Party has called on the federal government to take action against the political activities of the TPLF, whose registration as a political party was previously revoked. In a statement released in connection with the 37th Martyrs Day, the Simret Party emphasized, the federal government must regulate the political activities of the TPLF group whose registration was revoked from the list of political parties. The party criticized recent political mobilization efforts carried out under the guise of returning ex-fighters, describing them as illegitimate and politically manipulative. The statement, issued under the leadership of Minister Gebrselassie, accuses the TPLF, led by Dr. Debretsion Gebremichael, of organizing the movement of ex-fighters since Jinbot 2015 EC, April, May 2023, to gain political leverage. According to Simret, the returnee program has been misused. There is no returnee unaffiliated with their organization. The group is spreading false rumors, such as claims that interim leaders have sold Tigray land, in an effort to sabotage the reintegration process. The party condemned these actions, asserting, this group is exploiting the return of ex-fighters and the failure to dissolve TPLF from the political system, showing both its incompetence and its malicious intent. Simret also criticized what it described as a deceptive protest orchestrated by TPLF leadership and warned the public to stay alert. This defunct group has not learned from past mistakes and is now pursuing a new destructive political agenda. The statement went on to denounce illegal and illegitimate ties with the Eritrean government, accusing the group of fueling further instability. The group's unlawful relationship with Eritrea, which occupied Tigrayan territory during the war, only contributes to continued cycles of war with no meaningful resolution. Simret called on the federal government to intervene. As per national laws, the group, banned from political activity, must be held accountable, and its propaganda and unlawful operations must be stopped. In conclusion, Simret emphasized that Tigray's fundamental issues must be addressed through full implementation of the Pretoria Peace Agreement, in collaboration with both the federal government and the international community. This message was echoed by Tikva Ethiopia of Mikel family, who quoted the party's official position. Ethiopian Minister responds to Trump's dam funding claim. The Ethiopian Minister of Water and Energy, Dr. Engineer Habtamu Idrifa, has officially responded to former U.S. President Donald Trump's recent claims about the Grand Ethiopian Renaissance Dam, GERD. In a statement posted on X, formerly Twitter, the minister rejected Trump's assertions, stating, "Our Grand Dam, the Grand Ethiopian Renaissance Dam, GERD, is a flagship national project built with the hard-earned wealth of our people, for the benefit of our people. It was not built with foreign aid." The controversy began after Donald Trump posted on his official X account that massive Ethiopian dam, built with foolish U.S. funding, greatly reduces the flow of water to the Nile River. Trump further claimed, "During my time in office, I worked to help Ethiopia and Egypt reach an agreement. But Ethiopia walked away from the deal. That was a big mistake. As a result, we cut off a lot of financial aid to Ethiopia. They won't get that money until they abide by the agreement." He added, "They built a dam that stops water from flowing to the Nile. If Egypt gets angry, who could blame them?" United States. He had also once remarked, "Ethiopia ripped up the agreement. Egypt can't live with that. Egypt will blow up the dam." Despite these claims, multiple reports and official sources confirm that the GERD was entirely funded by Ethiopians through bonds and public contributions. Without reliance on foreign loans or U.S. funding, until now, Ethiopia had not issued an official government response, making Minister Habtemuz post the first public rebuttal to the former U.S. president's controversial remarks. Ethiopia sees growing number of electric vehicles, boosting environmental goals. Welcome to News in Ethiopia. Here's a key update on the nation's transportation and environmental progress. The Ministry of Transport and Logistics reports a steady rise in the number of electric vehicle users and growing public awareness across Ethiopia. In an interview with FM Addis 97.1, Mrs. Amelwork Eskil, the ministry's executive director of communications, revealed that the country now has over 110,000 electric vehicles on its roads. This growth is seen as a crucial step toward the government's plan to reduce fuel expenses and protect the environment. Reports show that Ethiopia currently spends more than $5 billion annually on fuel imports, highlighting the importance of transitioning to cleaner, more sustainable transportation options. Oromo Liberation Front reopens Addis Ababa office after 5 years. You're listening to News in Ethiopia with today's political update. After 5 years of dormancy, the Oromo Liberation Front, OLF, officially reopened its Addis Ababa office in a formal ceremony today. The reopening had previously been delayed due to internal disagreements among OLF leaders. At the ceremony, OLF chairman Otto Dawud Ibsa made a firm declaration: the front has not started any static or standing struggle. It will not stop until it fulfills its stated goals. Reflecting on the movement's history, Otto Dawud said, "From Mecca, Tulama Association onward, all our activities have faced obstacles because opportunities for peaceful struggle were not provided." He also highlighted the resilience of his colleagues. Even those previously marginalized, including Otto Bader Jessa, have endured and contributed much in this struggle. Otto Dawud called on the government to create space for a peaceful path of struggle. He further stressed the effort it took to reopen the headquarters and noted the increasing role of the Ethiopian Election Board and opposition parties within the movement. He urged the reopening and reinstatement of all remaining closed branch offices, emphasizing national unity. Otto Dawud highlighted the importance of an inclusive national dialogue, one that must be a balanced, justice-based conversation allowing broad participation, and called for its proper organization. Haile Gebrselassie shares faith and life lessons at Global Athletics Convention. You're tuned in to News in Ethiopia. Here's an inspiring story from the world of athletics and personal perseverance. At the ongoing Global Athletics Convention, legendary marathon runner and holder of 27 world records, Sergeant Haile Gebrselassie, delivered a powerful message while sharing insights into the training and discipline of world-class athletes. Speaking at the event, currently taking place on the 3rd floor of the Saints Assembly building, Haile reflected on his journey. "In all my races, Kidan Emiret, Covenant of Mercy, has been my helper and protector." He also credited his strength and endurance in life to his faith and upbringing. "The trials and ups and downs of life that I've overcome with great patience and strength are due to the fortitude given to me by my mother, Saint Virgin Mary." In a deeply personal moment, Haile remarked, "I've lost a lot in seconds, but I've also gained much," underscoring the value of time, resilience, and staying focused on one's vision. Known not only for his athletic accomplishments but also for his humility and spiritual depth, Haile's words resonated with athletes, trainers, and attendees from around the globe. Dire Dawa University valedictorian scores A in 42 courses despite financial challenges. You're listening to News in Ethiopia with an inspiring education story. A remarkable student from Dire Dawa University, Des Muhammad Yassin, has impressed many by achieving grades in 42 different courses. Des, a dedicated learner from the Chemical Engineering Department, was awarded a medal and a trophy for his outstanding academic achievement. Despite coming from a family with limited income, Des supported himself by tutoring children while maintaining his studies, making many sacrifices to keep up with his peers. He praised the Dire Dawa community for its warmth and support, saying, "To me, they are like my own family. They were with me in both hardship and joy. Even though my own family couldn't attend today's graduation, they stood by my side and celebrated me." Graduating as valedictorian with an impressive GPA of 3.94, Des is among approximately 600 students who participated in Dire Dawa University's 17th commencement ceremony. Thanks for tuning in to Channel Name.